Hello, good evening. This is Nahoo News Weekly presenting this week's news to you. It's me, Gifty McConnell. Please stay tuned. As we move on to our first news, African Union High Representative to the Horn of Africa, Olusegun Obasanjo, visited development projects in Ethiopia with the envoy led by Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed. The High Representative said many African countries should learn from Ethiopia's agricultural activities. Obasanjo, who visited the cluster of 3,200 hectares of land in Bale Robe, Sinana Woreda, said African countries can focus on food security and improve their economy by exporting produce. The Eritrean army has not launched an attack, said Dr. Leggese Tullu, Minister of State for Communication. This statement was made after TPLF spokesperson Getachew Redda said Eritrean forces had attacked Shiraro on Saturday and Sunday. The government's Minister of Communications, Dr. Leggese Tullu, told Al Ain Amharic that the TPLF's claim that the Eritrean army had launched an attack on TPLF was incorrect. The minister also stated that the harassment was perpetrated by the TPLF and that the victims themselves were TPLF militants. He blamed the TPLF for the conflict between Eritrea and the TPLF. He also added that a lot of people have died from TPLF's side, making it hard for them to collect the bodies. Ethio Telecom says a rich generation of digital knowledge is needed to realize digital Ethiopia. To this end, it has inaugurated the digital learning centers it has set up in 66 selected high schools, providing essential computers, school equipment, and high-speed standard broadband internet services. The company has set up its digital learning centers with over 1,386 desktop computers, 1,386 desks and chairs, and school equipment at a cost of over 45.5 million birr, said Freyot Tamru, CEO of the company. She said more than 140,596 students will benefit from this project. Of these 66 secondary schools, 18 are located in Addis Ababa and the remaining 48 are in regional states. According to the CEO of the project, this kind of work will make it possible for students in rural areas to have access to digital services. Witnesses confirmed that aid entering the Tigray region is not reaching the community due to the TPLF. International journalist Alistair Thompson confirmed that the TPLF, who has a long history of using humanitarian aid, is hijacking aid being sent to the region before it reaches civilians. During a meeting with Ethiopian news agency, New Zealand journalist Alistair Thompson recalled that the TPLF had used humanitarian aid to buy weapons following the famine in northern Ethiopia in the 1980s. The journalist explained that the group is still doing the same thing, adding that the terrorist group seized vehicles carrying aid as they entered the Tigray region and that it was plundering property in war-torn areas under its control. He said it was clear that the TPLF was using the looted aid supplies to fight. In this regard, he said international aid agencies should respond to inquiries. China is leading Ethiopia's investment partnership with more than 1,709 projects in the country. Ethiopian Investment Commission Investment Information Team Leader and Technology Director Azalesh Bekkele told Ethiopian news agency that China is the largest investment partner in Ethiopia. China has invested in the development of the Ethiopian investment sector in developing 1,709 projects. Other countries, in turn, have continued their investment partnership with Saudi Arabia and India, ranking second to third in co-development. According to the director, out of 1,709 projects being developed by Chinese investors, 377 are in preparation and 220 have been implemented. The remaining 1,112 are fully operational. She also said that there are 236 projects originating from Saudi Arabia and are being implemented by investors in Ethiopia, 52 of which are pre-projects. The other 60 have entered into project implementation. Moving on to our final news, the United Nations says it will provide humanitarian assistance to internally displaced people in Ethiopia. Minister of Peace Binalf Andualem held talks with UN Special Envoy for the Horn of Africa, Hannah Tete. In their discussion, they discussed the current state of sustainable peace building in Ethiopia, the ongoing humanitarian assistance to displaced people due to natural and man-made causes, and other peace-building issues. Hanna Tete said the humanitarian assistance provided to the people of Tigray is commendable. She also added that they will work with the Ethiopian government to provide humanitarian assistance to the displaced people by natural and man-made disasters in other regions as well. Thank you for staying with us. This was Nahoo News Weekly. Please stay tuned to other programs on Nahoo Television. This was me, Gifty McConnell. Have a good evening.